We have new video footage of ICE's most recent murder in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now, as they begin to walk up, they put hands on him. This is very clear. They escalate. Not only are you constitutionally allowed to record agents, but the Supreme Court has said multiple times that you can stand there and record. But under Trump's ICE, he has emboldened masked ICE agents to tackle and detain U.S. citizens for simply recording. Now, we know after that, he is shot not only once by an ICE agent, but then almost a dozen more times while he is laying motionless on the ground. The argument coming from the administration has been, thus far, that he had a weapon and was discharging that weapon, therefore putting people around him in danger. But just like in the case of Renee Good, they are lying to your face. The man in the gray jacket that's standing right here walks up in this slow motion, slowed down version of the full video and removes the weapon from the 37-year-old victim's holster. Watch. He walks up, and in this slowed down footage, you see him remove it from the man's waistband. And if I pause it right here, you can see that he now has a weapon in his hand, which he further walks away with. The man right here in this jacket walks up, doesn't have a gun as he's walking up in his hand. There's nothing in his hand whatsoever. And then as he's walking away, he has this gun in his hand. We will not let this administration lie to us and gaslight us. What disturbs me the most is that conservatives are always saying open carry is good. People should have more access to guns. But when we see a U.S. citizen exercising his Second Amendment right and walking around with an open carry, ICE executes him.
ICE shot and killed a man this morning in Minneapolis less than an hour ago, and the video just dropped, and it's horrifying. When I first heard the news, I hoped that it was, I hope that it was a misunderstanding. It's not. I won't even show the footage. Oh my God, y'all, they had him held down. One was beating him, and you hear pop, pop. Everybody runs away, and he flops. This is bad. I love y'all. Minnesota, Minneapolis. Let me know how I can help, but this is really messed up. I don't live here, and I just had the biggest surge of anger. More information will be coming from all kinds of places. There's already reports on it. You can find the video if you search, but ICE just shot a man in southern Minneapolis the day after some of the largest protests in history.
It is our duty! It is our right!
It is our duty! It is our right!
Strike! Strike! Strike!
Strike! Strike! Strike!
It is our duty! It is our right!
It is our duty! It is our right!
Tens of thousands of people poured into the streets of Minneapolis as part of a general strike demanding ICE out of Minnesota. Ignoring the deadly Arctic cold and minus 20 degrees Celsius wind chills, demonstrators from all walks of life skipped work and school, joining hands to amplify their voices. Over 700 local businesses stood in solidarity by shutting down, triggering a powerful economic blackout to pressure authorities. Clergy members knelt solemnly at the airport in peaceful protest, with nearly 100 demonstrators arrested but refusing to back down an inch. The march stretched for blocks on end, with crowds chanting loudly and resolutely for ICE to withdraw immediately. They are demanding full accountability for Renee Good's tragic killing by ICE agents and a complete end to Operation Metro Surge. Labor unions, faith groups, and ordinary civilians have united tightly, turning the freezing streets into a fierce battlefield fighting for justice and human dignity. This is far more than a simple strike. It's a thunderous roar against oppression, a testament that people's collective power can burn brighter than the harshest frost and shatter the chains of injustice.
So, common sense with Van Silk. Now, do you feel what these ICE agents did today in Minneapolis was fair? Looking at this video as I'm talking, don't beat the man up. Not only you beat him up, you just shot and killed the man. And look at the ICE agent running away. Look at him. First of all, how many of these ICE agents are even legal citizens? What they should be preparing to do right now, if you don't care about this country, all these ICE agents should be going to help all these states that's getting hit by the winter storm. But it's sad that we live in a country where we got American citizens, legalized citizens being attacked to show proof of citizenship by people wearing masks, and we don't even know if they are citizens. To whoever lost their life this morning, may you rest in peace, because the narrative of, oh, he had a weapon. Listen, this man seemed like he was very outnumbered in this situation. And all I can say is right now, There's only one person that has immunity. Her name is Donald Trump. The rest of y'all, I guess the most favorite line in the next year or two, y'all gonna be saying, I plead the fifth. Because we already know what Trump's gonna do. Pam Bondi, anybody he think is crooked, they will get into trouble, and then he will pardon them, especially if the Democrats take the midterm elections. So that way the Democrats can't charge them. But see, there's a lot going on. And we got to understand the rights that's being stripped away right here in this country. If you know what happened in January 6th, this is no different than what's going on in Minneapolis. But see, they got the ICE agents in Florida, but see, they just did that just to say, well, you know, they're in Florida, but see, it's what level. It's a tone down. Just make it real light so it can say that we just not picking on Democrat states. But you know what? There's so many Republican states that needs ICE agents. But first of all, I thought it was about MS-13 and rapists and the gang. How's a 5-year-old or a person that's brown or Asian, now all of a sudden they're criminals? Y'all got your phones, you're getting the people's photo IDs and you're getting the people's photos and y'all just sending it in. You don't have cameras. All the money that y'all have, y'all can't even get cameras. It's like, how are these guys so powerful stepping on the grounds in a governor's state and doing what they want to do? I looked at a whole situation where a police officer was at the gas station, Lieutenant Black, Arizona. And the ICE agents wouldn't even let him go the border, right, 10 feet to his vehicle to go and show him his ID, police ID and badge. No, they wanted to take him all the way down to their office to put him through the rigmarole, and it cost them $13 million in suits, violating his liberty and rights and everything. But listen, let's get back to what's going on in Minnesota. You make sure the midterm election, you'll get out and vote. This is ALGA. ALGA stands for America Loves Great Americans. But as we just sit up here and we watch the patrolling and the protruding of how this government is sitting here and letting these guys kill Americans with no problems, it's a sacrifice that we all have to pay.
ICE just murdered somebody. He was on the ground. He was pinned down by several ICE agents. And one of the ICE agents took out his gun and started firing at the dude on the ground. And then when the other ICE agents backed off, the shooter kept shooting the body.
Saw a video of more than 6 masked agents pummeling one of our constituents and shooting him to death. How many more residents, how many more Americans need to die or get badly hurt for this operation to end? How many more lives need to be lost before this administration realizes that a political and partisan narrative is not as important as American values? How many times must local and national leaders must plead with you, Donald Trump, to end this operation and recognize that this is not creating safety in our city?
You said you were open to working to them to bring down crime, but you don't want to be in the immigration enforcement business. Fair distinction. But if they say, yeah, we'll do the immigration work, just control the perimeter, and when we are looking for violent, criminal, undocumented immigrants, although they probably won't use that vernacular, will you help us? What about that sweet spot?
Look, I'm not going to agree to anything right now on the spot simply because there's not a lot of trust that's baked in. They're saying this is about murderers and rapists, and like if it were, again, there would be very obvious mechanisms to work together. This is not what it's about. This is about terrorizing people. This is picking Somali and Latino people up off of the street that are American citizens. This is discriminating only on the basis of are you brown and then virtually no discrimination thereafter, which, yeah, is resulting in people that are completely innocent, completely American citizens, have done nothing wrong whatsoever, getting detained, getting ripped apart from their families. And, I mean, I'll just give you a few of these instances. We've got city employees that are being targeted. We'll have a few public works employees out there filling potholes or whatever, and the three ones that are brown will get ID'd and be stopped and even potentially detained. And you got the one person that's white not.
All right. I hope the meeting is something beneficial because we are desperate for better.
Yeah, first I've heard about it. I didn't even know that
they know he's coming, but he's doing it with some community leaders, is what we've heard. But you weren't invited.
I wasn't invited. There you go.
So he's coming to Minneapolis and not meeting with the mayor. Is he meeting with the governor?
The man that was shot by ICE agents in Minneapolis, Minnesota, outside the Glam Donuts, is being reported. Guess what his crime was? Recording the ICE agents. That's shameful. How long before it comes out that he was an American, exercising and utilizing his rights as an American? Or what are they going to say? He shouldn't have been recording ICE? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What's the story now? And they're already starting to say that he possibly had a firearm. Those men, all of them, you've seen them, the big group of them, right? 6, 7 men of them, grabbing at him. You're going to tell me that they didn't know how to detain this man with 6 or 7 of them? They didn't know how to grab his arms and legs? I mean, we see him snatching people up every single day. And people wonder why people don't want to get out of their cars when they're told, or getting scared of these ICE agents and not wanting to comply. What's happening is shameful. Let me know what your thoughts are on this one.
We have breaking news. This man right here, who is a legal observer of ICE and an American citizen, has been confirmed dead because another federal agent-involved shooting just happened in Minneapolis this morning. And now local police are accusing federal agents of trying to cover it up, just like they did with the Renee Good shooting. Now, according to the Star Tribune, federal agents shot and unalived this man earlier today near Nicola Avenue in South Minneapolis. Witnesses say that the man was wrestled to the ground and then shot multiple times. But here's the part that's really fueling some outrage now. After the shooting, federal agents reportedly tried to order Minneapolis police to leave the scene. And when that didn't work, they took witnesses to the Bishop Henry Whipple Federal Building. Now, Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara, he refused to comply with the instructions by the federal government. Instead, he instructed his officers to stay and preserve the scene for investigation. Now, this comes amid an ongoing federal operation in the Twin Cities that has already seen multiple violent incidents, including the earlier shooting death of 37-year-old Renee Good by an ICE agent, a death the medical examiner has now ruled a homicide. Local leaders, including Governor Tim Walz and Minneapolis officials, have condemned the federal actions and called for independent investigations and federal accountability. So what's happening right now? A man was unalived by the federal agents. Federal agents allegedly tried to push local cops off the scene. Witnesses were taken to a federal building. Now, local police have refused to leave and are protecting evidence. This is now an active developing investigation, and evidence, especially body cam footage, witness testimony, and timelines will be critical as the public tries to piece together what actually happened.